Use of Ego is not only the name of my company, but also the opportunity to launch my collection. So, Asylum. So when you put on my clothes, you feel a certain way in.
Welcome to Talking the Five. I'm your host, Ava Lewis, and we are here with Natasha Duran-Lynch, who is actually the designer for Use of Ego. She has also been accepted into the Emerging Designer Program for Phoenix Fashion Week 2014. Now that you've been accepted into the Emerging Designer Program, how excited are you about that?
I'm excited beyond words. I feel like with Phoenix Fashion Week, I've tried to plant like a little seed. And it was from the first time that I did the t-shirt contest that I couldn't believe it. When I got chosen, I was like, oh my God, okay. Just feeling like when I got to go to the shows and got to go to the Fashion Week Pink show and got to take pictures, it just felt so good. Some people are actually recognizing what I'm doing and they like it. And so it feels really good when you get that kind of response. I was one of the top 4 finalists in the Little Black Dress Challenge last year. And so that was kind of another little seed that I felt like I had planted that was more of like a stepping stone slash kind of getting me into that frame of mind. And last year I just kept on thinking, wow, watching the shows, I really want to be up there. I think I can do it. And so as soon as those shows were over, I went and talked to Brian, and I talked to him, and it wasn't an easy conversation. He had some really tough questions for me and trying to clarify exactly what I wanted and what I wanted to do. And thank God I had some designs, and I showed him my portfolio, and I had an idea of a piece that I had done, and he says, okay, what do you think the pricing on this? And I had done my homework before. So I've been working on it, like I said, for quite some time, and then started thinking about some of the designs I had, and I had to rethink some of my designs and kind of change them. Then I applied, and I was like, okay, I'm going to apply, and I'm just going to do it. And then getting accepted, I was crazy excited. It's really exciting. It's very scary at the same time because like I said, I just feel like I'm small fish in a big pond. But I'm hoping that I can grow within that pond and, be a medium fish.
One of the things that you brought up was, you've been working on this a while. So for people that are out there, like, this just doesn't happen magically, right? It's not like that, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you have to think about. I mean, yes, you can, like, again, I'll refer back to architecture. You can put something down on a piece of paper, and you can basically design a whole building. But then you take it to the construction engineer, and they say, this is crap. I can't build this because you're like way beyond, this is not going to hold here and that. I feel like that's kind of like in fashion too. I mean, you have to kind of just build and build and build, and there's a lot of things you have to think about from, you start a drawing, then you go into fabric and how you order swatches and see how those feel, and then how they drape in it, and exactly then you have to think about the pricing and everything. I mean, then from there, the business aspect from it is website, social media, still getting to know all that. I took all these classes in school, but you take the class and then that's about it. Right. So now I'm actually going to start living all of this, and that's another exciting adventure, but very, very scary. But I'm really excited that I put something out there, and I think there was over 300 submissions from across the country, and that they thought I was good enough to be one of the 14, and that alone, if that's all that happens and everything like that, and yes, I get some followers and I can just start building this small, and if I don't win, that's okay. I mean, I still have the opportunity to get there and have this opportunity, and some people to see what I have done and created and actually like it and just go that far. I mean, that's enough for me for right now. Obviously, I want to grow it bigger and everything, but this whole experience so far has been great, and I just can't wait to see what's going to go next, because I know there's going to be lots of fun adventures and scary things. I had to jump, look outside the box, and there's nothing wrong with that. I guess that's how you grow as a person too.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
I think this is a great opportunity, not only for you, but for all of the designers that are in this to go to another level than where they were before, no matter what experience or how established they are today. Because that's really a dream for any designer, is to be on runway.
I think that's like the number one goal. That's, and like you start looking, if you didn't go in Phoenix Fashion Week, I mean, how else would you get your stuff out there? I mean, there's many different avenues, but it's not on such a grand scale. And the Phoenix Fashion Week has that kind of that market like covered of how to bridge those, you know, emerging designers and buyers, because there's no other way that you could really do that. This is definitely a great way to get into and people to see your stuff.
Yep.
So it's definitely exciting. I have told my family about this whole thing, and I don't think any of them really understand how big this is and how exciting it is and all that. They just think, oh, fashion, you know. They just know what I'm doing and see the passion of what I'm doing. That's what I want everybody. That's like the main goal. I want everybody to see the passion, feel the feelings of what I'm trying to show within clothing. Instead of having to say everything and, you know, out loud, I would rather have my garments or just the whole show say exactly what I want the people to feel.
I'm thrilled to, you know, actually, you know, see a little bit of the behind the scenes process of it, but to see how it's come together and to see where you're going with it, I'm very excited.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's been fun so far.
This is Talking to Five, covering Natasha Duran-Lynch for Phoenix Fashion Week 2014.
Use of Ego is not only the name of my company, but also the opportunity to launch my collection. So, Asylum. So when you put on my clothes, you feel a certain way in it.